Hi everyone, my name is Zoe and I'm a discovery guide here at the Queen Zoo. Today we'll be learning about which types of seafood in New York are sustainable and which types of seafood are unsustainable. First, let's talk about what makes seafood sustainable. If something is sustainable, that means that it can be kept at a certain level. So, if a certain species of fish is sustainable, that means that even if we eat them, the population will be able to be maintained. That way, the number of this type of fish in the ocean will stay the same. Let's go over some sustainable types of seafood. One example of a sustainable fish is a strawfish. These fish have long pointy snouts that they use to stem and catch their prey. Not only that, but they look really cool too. If they were in cold water, they could use the special organs that they have next to their eyes that keep their brain and eyes warm. Despite these fish being sustainable, they were once overfished. However, thanks to the U.S. Natural Resources Defense Council mandating swordfish to be removed from the menus, these fish are now one of the most sustainable fish to consume. Another sustainable seafood are farmed oysters. Farmed oysters are considered worldwide best choice. One of the reasons oysters are considered this is because their habitat impact is quite low. When oysters are farmed in the ocean, their shells help to capture CO2 in the ocean. Too much carbon dioxide in the ocean can cause the water to become too acidic and make it hard for shellfish to grow shells. In addition, oysters also form natural reefs, which can help protect coastlines from storms such as sand erosion. U.S. farmed raised catfish are also a sustainable seafood. These fish are raised in freshwater pond only about 4 to 6 feet deep. They have about 100,000 taste buds and their bodies are covered with them to help detect chemicals in the water. U.S. farm-raised catfish are a lean fish and full of protein. The National Audubon Society, Monterey Bay Aquarium, and Environmental Defense all recommend U.S. farmed catfish as a safe environmental seafood. It is sustainable seafood is the best option because it will do the least harm to the population and environment. However, if it's unsustainable, that means that eating them will cause the population to decrease. These types of fish are vulnerable to overfishing, so we should try to avoid consuming them. Let's go over some unsustainable types of seafood. The first species of unsustainable seafood is tuna. There are many different populations of tuna, such as the Atlantic, Southern, and Pacific bluefin, yellowfin, albacore, and skipjack tuna. These populations are greatly overfished due to their popularity as canned tuna and sashimi. Not only this, but tuna is a key predator of the ocean. As the population of tuna decreases due to overfishing, the population of prey increases, which can cause major damage to the marine environment. Next, we have the Atlantic cod, which on the red list of endangered species is listed as one step above endangered. These fish can grow up to 51 inches and weigh up to 77 pounds. They are pretty big fish. These fish are particularly unsustainable in the northeast coast. In the mid-1990s, the Atlantic cod stocks collapsed, and ever since then were unable to return to the population that they once were. A better option for the Atlantic cod is Pacific cod, which according to Seafood Watch is a sustainable fish. Another unsustainable fish is the orange roughy. Fishers use bottom trolling, a method where they drag a large taper net along the bottom of the ocean to catch these fish. Orange roughy are deep ocean fish and mature very slowly. Because they mature very slowly, these fish take a longer time to reproduce. If these fish are constantly overfished, they will never have the chance to reproduce to increase their population. About 50 years ago, no one ate orange roughy. However, as time progressed and coastal fish became scarce due to overfishing, orange roughy were fished at great expenses. Now, they are considered an unsustainable fish. It is best to stay away from these species of fish to avoid them from becoming extinct. Thank you for learning about which types of seafood are good choices to eat and which types are best avoided. When you buy seafood at the supermarket or go out to eat, it can still be difficult to figure out if it is sustainably fished. That's where Seafood Watch comes in. Seafood Watch is an app that can help you to make sustainable seafood choices quickly and easily. Also, you can locate sustainable seafood markets and restaurants near you that partner with the Seafood Watch. The Seafood Watch app is free to download in both iPhone and Android. So now let's get started. Click download. Give it a second. Open. So first of all, what is seafood sustainability? You can find information about that by clicking the menu button about sustainable seafood. So we consider seafood sustainable when it is fished or farmed in ways that have minimal impact on ocean health and ensure the availability of seafood for future generations. And there are additional information about agriculture, fishing and farming methods, and wild seafood that are available for you if you're interested. And also, I encourage you to click the Learn More button if you want to learn more about marine conservation. Let's go back to home. So now, how to use Seafood Watch recommendations. Access seafood and sushi recommendations by typing seafood names into the search field. So, for example, let's search up salmon. Let's assume Atlantics. So it automatically shows up as farmed. So how do you know if it is ocean friendly or not? By clicking the sidebar review button. So we know that the best choices are represented by green and good alternatives are yellow, while the avoid is red. Just click on the whatever salmon that you choose or whatever marine animals that you picked in all of these categories to check whether it is healthy for the ocean or not. So now let's look at eco certification. So eco certification are supported by a strong commitment to sustainable practices. Any salmon products that you buy in the supermarket that are supported by, in this case, the ASC, that stands for Agricultural Stewardship Council, should be healthy and sustainable. And examples like that. Lastly, it is important to realize that all the information that are presented in this app are reliable. The seafood recommendations are based on assessments which are reviewed by experts, government, and the seafood industry. So now, how do you find seafood that's near you? It is extremely easy if you just go back to home, click Find Seafood Near You. Now let's wait for a few seconds. There we go. Click on it so you can have its phone numbers, addresses or distances, and you can share with your family and friends. So that's it for the video. I encourage you guys to continue to explore different features on the app, and thanks for watching.